And in the locker room, each guy has been going over, missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Monte Morris is out there with Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Now here's Jokic. From 15 feet away, Powell pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Gordon. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, you got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Finney Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now, here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Max Force throwdown.
Doncic against Morris. It's Richardson on the wing. Takes the 13-footer. They get it back. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. The pass to Powell. Over Millsap. Here's Finney Smith. 5 to shoot. From deep. Morris with the rebound. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And, you know, when Porter Jr. is healthy, I mean, he's got a lot of game. This guy is versatile. He's got good size. He's a multi-dimensional talent.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Doncic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Doncic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Now, here's Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Millsap. Passes it to Jokic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's good. Jokic has got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Richardson attacking. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Hardaway for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Porter against Richardson. Goes up on the high post. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Mavericks trail by 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Pass to Jokic. Over Porzingis. Jokic, no good. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Shoots from the high post. Richardson, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Morris looking over the floor. Richardson against Porter. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the triple. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. And so here is Dallas, trailing by 2. Here's Brunson, and he hits it to tie the game up.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Back to Rivers. No good there. It's all tied in Denver. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Southwest, I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Marjanovic in at the power forward. Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Bull, that's good. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Brunson up top. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. They kick it out to Green. And the 3 off target. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Marjanovic. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Brunson. Tries again. And there's the nice layup by Cauley-Stein.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Down low, here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Marjanovic.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harrison kicks to Rivers. 1:31 left in the first half, and he banks in the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now, here's Marjanovic. And he lobs it up toward the rim, stolen by Rivers. Now McGee. Bol dishes to McGee. Pass to Harrison. Back to McGee. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. Up again. Out to Hardaway. Here's Cauley Stein. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
The shot's good from McGee.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
And here is Burke. He is still scoreless so far in this one. And the layup's good off the glass. Now here's Rivers. Harrison in the corner. 3 seconds left. Can't hit that one. And that'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Millsap and Jokic, the big man. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take them to another level for sure.
And so here is Dallas. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Morris. Shot clock at 6.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Good work defensively by Millsap.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
The pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Gordon finds Porter. And it's good off the back rim and in. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Doncic passes to Finney Smith. No good with the triple. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. And then Court, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Jokic. The Mavericks making the shot. And another miss by Denver. Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Morris. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Nuggets lead by 11. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
All McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Tries it from 9. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. The Nuggets leading by 10. .103 left to play here in the third. Harrison passes to Rivers. And here's McGee. Leba defending. Pass to Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got his first 2 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. They're getting pushed around on that low block.
Doncic, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Pass to Bull. To the inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Bull. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. He's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. Playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Inside, Green kicks to Rivers. Doncic with the steal. Good if it goes. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets lead by 10. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Denver leading by 10. On the floor for Dallas. Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. He got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Burke dishes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Harrison passes to Rivers. To the middle. And stolen by Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein, a service.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
The Nuggets leading by 9. To the paint, here's Harrison. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Yes, that goes in. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Connects from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Got a piece of it. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
The Nuggets leading by 8. And there's the pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, you don't see bigs with Jokic's skill level very often. His athleticism, very average, but he still can throw it down if he has to.
Now, here's Doncic. From deep three-point range. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Here's Morris. Outside Gordon. Here's Jokic. And again, it's Denver.
Showing off that nice mid-range jumper. Jokic knows he has the green light to take these shots.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good from outside. The Nuggets leading by 12. There's Porter with the 3. The offensive rebound. Outside for Millsap. There's the feed to Porter. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, I like what Porzingis shows there. Excellent. Staying with the shot even under pressure.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Rivers checked in. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Porter passes to Rivers. Those three-pointers off the mark. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. The 3 for Doncic. Unable to get that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Jokic with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Order outside. Passes to Gordon. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Rivers against Brunson. Gordon kicks to Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Here's Brunson, banked in off the glass. Rivers with it. So the Nuggets win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Porter is out there with Harrison, and it's Gordon in at the three.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Pass to Jokic. Outside, Porter. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
George looking around. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Harrison, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles. And George, here we go. Count that bucket.
George is not settling for low percentage plays right now. He's putting the defense in a really tough position.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Harrison passes to Millsap, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Outside, George. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 7 points. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The pass to Jokic. Back to Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Millsap. Quarter outside. It's hauled in by Zubats. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Morris is checked in for Denver. And the Clippers with a change here, too. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And another miss by Denver.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And George gets it to go. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Now here's Beverly. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Bol, he's checked in for Gordon. George, here's Cousins. Shoots over McGee. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist by George.
That's a high percentage shot there, especially for Cousins. Just a nice touch inside.
Rivers kicks to Morris. Back to Rivers. They need this one. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers leading by 4. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
It's Rivers on the wing. McGee dishes to Green. From deep, McGee trying to break free.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A nice shot by George.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, we've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Chalk up 2 there.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who...
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Monte Morris. Michael Porter's out there with Green. And there's JaVale McGee. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from three-point range. Clippers leading by 10. And now we've got the intentional foul. Harrison's checked in for the Nuggets. Leonard inside, working on Green. Here's Cousins. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Leonard with no one around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Here we go, one-on-one, and the dunk by Bull.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bull making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Leonard, no luck.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not.
Oh, man. Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Morris outside. Lays it up off the glass. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Campazzo, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Passes it to Jokic. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And a wide open look for Porter. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And now just a 3-point Clipper lead. Here's George. Second shot opportunity. Jokic grabs the miss.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And the basket by Gordon.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific beat.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Jokic. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Rivers checked in. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. George against Porter. George passes to Oturu. Back to George. Nice D from Porter.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Dishes to Rivers. Back to Porter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And Los Angeles guys shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
15 seconds left in the second quarter. Rivers looking over the floor. Jokic inside. And that one is good. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. Some struggles for Denver in the first quarter. The deficit for them just seemed to grow. And that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
And I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the small forward position. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 12 in the game.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Porter. Here's Jokic. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Gordon. For the three. Here's Harrison. And the rejection by Zubac.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime? Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Harrison passes to Jokic. They're outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Leonard. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Porter passes to Millsap. Batum with the steal. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Porter. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Morris outside. Will it go? Buries the long-range jumper. Morris has got his 2nd basket.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Back to Morris. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Morris has got 7.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
To the middle, here's Morris. McGee in the high post. Fires from deep. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket for Morris.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
George. Los Angeles, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Morris. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 1-point game. A nice shot by George.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For Denver, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. A 3 from Morris. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
And the wide open shot from Green. The putback. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Rivers kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Bowl. Back to Morris. That shot off. Excellent D there from George. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that one, good. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Now Morris. 15 points in the game. This one for 3. Morris with the rebound. Here's George. Oh my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Clippers ahead. They're up by 9. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Bowles. Rivers out there with Harrison, and it's JaMychal Green, and it's McGee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. Rivers passes to Jokic. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Beverly, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Jokic using all 7 feet there. Good effort by the center.
The shot by Harrison, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
For Denver, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Harrison scanning the floor. Hits it from 3-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The Nuggets trail by 10. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Jokic from outside off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Jackson. He doesn't hit that one. Good defense by Jokic. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Free throw drops for Green.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now, as his 3-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bowl. Aaron Gordon comes in for Green, and Porter subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. And Leonard gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Jackson against Rivers. Jokic scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Here's Jackson. Porter with a block. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Rivers has got the ball. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Gordon with no one around. The 3-pointer, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Oh, Morris in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive night.
On the wing, Porter. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
And George, here we go. And he slams it down right on top of Michael Porter.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Here's Harrison. There's the triple. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Well, Nuggets shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in, and it's Jokic missing. Clippers with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Leonard attacking. Zubac tips it back in.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
It's easy to understand why Paul George is one of the top scorers in the league. He can read the defense, he can shoot it, he can get inside, and he's riding a hot streak now.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
So the Clippers with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition. D.A.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Covington in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Rivers, and it's Gordon in at the small forward position.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's on there.
Harrison scanning the floor. It's deflected. And it's McCollum off the drive. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Nurkic. There's the pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Back to Nurkic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Harrison. He kicks it to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Yep, that one goes.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now here's McCollum. Jacks up a 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Rivers passes to Harrison. Shoots over Lillard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tidbits.
Lillard outside. And it's Covington atop the key. Rivers against Lillard. Here's Jokic. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Here's Gordon, following the score by Damian Lillard. Gordon, the pass to Millsap. Gordon trying to break loose. Millsap misses.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And McCollum with the slam.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display from McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Pass to Gordon. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Rivers. Gordon controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Now here's Lillard. D right on him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And a wide open look for Porter. Drills the three-pointer.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Now, here's Lillard. The dish to Cantor. Lillard with it. It's Powell on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here is Porter on the wing. Green. Back to Porter. Pass to McGee. Inside. And stolen by Lillard. Lobs it up for Cantor. Powell trying to free himself up. Cantor's shot is off. There's the lob to the hoop.
And, you know, entering the draft, Ball was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Here's Anthony. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Nuggets on top, up. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the...
I look to the times where things are going well. So this is going to come to pass. You know, someday.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Simons, the pass to Powell. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Outside, Jones. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Lets it go with the 3. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Simons missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. The pass to Nurkic. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Nurkic has got his second basket of the game.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight on.
Passes it to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Simon. Missed inside. The Nuggets leading by 5. Down low. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Now a timeout called by Portland. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard scanning the floor. It's Powell on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Jokic. Shoots the 3. No good. Shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. Good.
Well, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Here's Harrison. Dishes it to Rivers. Kicks it to Gordon. On the pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Here's Harrison. To the inside. And now here comes Jones leading the break. So they take the lead. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Passes it to Gordon. Now Jokic over Jones. And then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Gordon. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Rivers has got the ball. Harrison kicks to Rivers. Millsap has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And a close game so far through the first 2. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Trailblazers trail by 3. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Austin Rivers is out there with Harrison, and it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Kicks it out to McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you. Pass
to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Pass to Jokic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Jokic has got 6 points.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Lillard outside. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Jokic. Knocks it loose. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Austin Rivers. And then for the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Nurkic dishes to Covington. Back to Nurkic. Shot clock at 3. A 3 from McCollum. Denver grabs the miss. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee comes in for JaMychal Green, and Monte Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Portland leading. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. To the right side. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Covington. He dishes it to McCollum. The pass to Lillard. Here's the 3. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Passes to McGee. Back to Morris. Pass to Jokic. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for Gordon. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the 3-point line.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Pass to Bol. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And now Portland on the break. Jones is running. And stolen by Bol. And it's McGee penetrating. And it's McGee with the jam.
No, that's just too easy for me. The minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in. Here's Simons. Puts up a 3. Cantor, the pass to Powell. Up again, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got his first points of the game.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Morris passes to McGee. Outside, Green. From past the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jones kicks to Cantor. Anthony right side. Cantor inside, guarded by McGee. Here's Simons. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. The lead is 2. McGee, the pass to Green. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. 2 free throws. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Rivers. Simons, the pass to Jones. Kicks to Powell. To take the lead. That one doesn't drop. Now Denver takes it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Millsap comes in for JaMychal Green. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in for Morris. Portland trailing here. He lobs it up. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
1:51 left in the fourth. Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, that's big free throws from a player. They depend on those situations.
Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Lillard against Rivers to the left side wing. Here's Harrison. And again, Denver no good.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Covington's shot is off. Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter, so they are 2 of 6.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can counter him and make crucial shots.
Lillard outside. Money!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Harrison passes to Jokic.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
Lillard finds Hollis Jefferson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Harrison. Jokic on top. Shot, high post. It falls!
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart offense.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Allison.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Rivers out there with Porter. And it's Gordon in at the small forward spot. And for Dallas, Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now here's Porzingis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Eldors, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. But I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
Now here's Powell, following the miss by Jokic. Here's Doncic. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And finished off by Porter.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now here's Doncic. And he makes good on the layup.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by Jokic. Doncic right side. Good work there as it goes. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
Now, here's Jokic. Quarter outside. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Richardson. Out to Doncic. It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. The Nuggets also changing it up. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Michael Porter. Clock is at 3. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. The shot by Powell, no good. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Here's Doncic following the score by Aaron Gordon. Second chance shot. Outside, Porzingis. Doncic outside. Out to Hardaway. And the shot is long.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Rivers passes to Harrison. Passes it to Bol. Back to Harrison. Here's Bol. Richardson covering. Here's Harrison. That shot misses. And it's Dallas the other way. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Harrison scanning the floor. Millsap kicks to Gordon. To the middle. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Doncic outside. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And Denver has possession, trailing by 2. Doncic against Rivers. Now the pass to Harrison. With 1 on the clock and some nice defense there to end the quarter. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Marjanovic is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Burke. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at center, locking down the middle. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Denver on D. Now Brunson shoots from the elbow. He gets it in there. Brunson's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Here's Harrison. Brunson covering, and that one's good. Harrison's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 5. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Here's Denver now. Green dishes to Morris. Back to Green from downtown. Mavericks with the rebound. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Burke.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Gordon. Jokic with it, and that's an intentional foul. It seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Morris finds Millsap. And the wide-open shot from Morris. And another miss by Denver.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Richardson, good.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. Millsap has the open look. Misses the three.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And that one's good by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Doncic feeling it out. And the dunk by Doncic.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Rivers. To the paint, 9 feet out. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jokic.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Morris with the ball. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. The pass to Porter. Over Richardson. The putback. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Lets it fly from 18. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Now it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Poked away. And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and Kenny along. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So on the floor for Denver, Harrison out there with Porter. Then there's Bull, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Here's Harrison. Brunson covering. Here's Jokic over Cauley Stein. Jokic kicks the ball. Porter with the steal. Inside. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And
folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Rivers, he's checked in for Porter.
I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
The Nuggets trail by 3. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Reddick comes in for Jalen Brunson.
And like his father, Manute, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And that one's good.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
To the inside. Here's Jokic, and it's blocked. They retain possession. The second chance effort. Down low. Bull, the pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. Jokic draws the double. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Here's Burke. Uses the glass to drop it in. Burke's got 4 points in the quarter.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Jokic finds Gordon. Back to Jokic. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's in there. Jokic has got 8 points. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. 1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Kicks it to Morris. Campazzo, Richardson covering. He's off on that one, and it's Dallas the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Millsap. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Morris outside. Outside for Millsap. McGee against Porzingis. Feeds to Millsap from 11 feet away. And it's Millsap with the extra effort. He's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Burke. He has 6. To the paint. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Doncic is checked in for Trey Burke. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. He hits both from the stripe. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris passes to Porter. Dishes to Millsap. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the basket is good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Porter looking it over. And the shot is good.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
And we've reached the end of the third. Mavericks lead by... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 roaming the paint. It's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Rivers against Doncic. Tipped away. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's foul number 2 for him. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Now, here's Doncic.
I see him.
Pass to Porzingis. The shot from 20 feet away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Porzingis has got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas. Rivers dishes to Green. Passes it to Jokic. Doncic with the steal. He's got a clear path. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Now, Powell really using that length of his to draw fouls. Great anticipation from the young big.
The first free throw is good. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Harrison, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Rivers scanning the floor. Porter passes to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. 6-point game. Gordon finds Jokic. And a miss there on the triple. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. So it's Richardson with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside, Porter. The pass to Rivers. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. Doncic outside. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in for Austin Rivers. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis. You know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Porter.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Doncic outside. Stolen by Gordon. Jumps up. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis is so agile, mobile, and hostile. You give him a lane, and he'll take advantage.
Pass to Harrison. Takes a 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Porzingis can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
Dallas leading by 8. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. Over Morris. And it's Doncic missing. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harrison kicks to Jokic. Takes the 3. The shot by Harrison, no good. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's tipped. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. Michael Porter comes in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's Rivers in for Monte Morris.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic outside. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
From deep. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one, so I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Michael Porter's out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Outside Jackson. Morris passes to George. Morris kicks to George. Back to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside for George. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can. What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Leonard with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Porter.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Stolen by Rivers. Pass to Gordon. Jokic with it. Zubac's defending. Takes it from 10. And again, it's Denver.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Jackson looking it over. Dishes to George. Pass to Leonard. Morris kicks to Leonard. George against Porter. Here's Zubac. That shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. Denver leading by 6. And here's Rivers. Millsap misses in close. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Leonard dishes to Jackson. Elbow shot. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Right side Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Cousins inside. He's against Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beverly the pass to Batum. No dice from 9 feet out.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it and a decent matchup.
Got a piece of it. Here's Rondo. And the pass to Cousins. Kennard trying to break loose. Cousins, no good. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Green, the pass to Harrison. Nice move. They kick it out to Green. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, JaMychal Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
Rondo passes to Beverly. The dish to Batum. 17 seconds left to play here in the first. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throw. The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Pass to Harrison. Out to Morris, the 3, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. Jokic firing on all cylinders. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Everly with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 8. Again, the points coming from Batum.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Morris passes to Gordon. Back to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Tips it up. The putback. It's good on the putback. McGee's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now Beverly. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Kennard on the wing. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here, and so he hits the technical free throw.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for JaVale McGee. Porter comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Shaquille Harrison. Denver leading by 9. Porter dishes to Gordon. To the inside. Here's Millsap, and it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now Rivers. Paul George missing from long range. Morris finds Millsap. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Morris against Jackson. Rivers surveying the D. The kick out to Porter. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside Jackson. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. The shot missing. For Denver, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Morris against George. Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Woo, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Outside, George. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 6.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Porter kicks to Gordon. Back to Porter. It's stolen by Morris. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody left. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court. Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Morris passes to Porter. Back to Morris. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Millsap. Gordon trying to break loose. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
But they'll get another chance. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points and 2 rebounds. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Rivers, and it's Green in at the small forward position. And it's good for 2. Millsap's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nuggets.
Millsap running the break like a guard.
Rivers against George. Here's Zubac. He feeds it to Morris. Plays it up and banks it in.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Rivers following the basket by Marcus Morris.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Now here's Leonard. Passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. To the paint. Here's George. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Outside Millsap. And here's the fast break. Outside, George launches it. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Rivers passes to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Millsap kicks to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. That's 10 points for Jokic.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Outside Jackson. Millsap with the steal. Rivers with it. George picks him up. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Maybe not a supreme athlete. Austin does attack the rim with some force and attitude.
Outside Leonard. Count the basket. Their son Cole Gregg was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Millsap's against Leonard. Rivers gets a wide open look. They get the rebound. Jokic. Millsap kicks to Harrison. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball, and Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Denver leading by 7. Outside, Green. Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Millsap has the open look, and it's Denver scoring again.
And the defense has to play up on him. Millsap too good to just let him catch and fire.
Rivers against George. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Lots of room. And that one hits back iron. Clippers trail by 9. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. For Denver, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Outside Millsap. Paul George with the steal. There's the lob to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time, but with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock...
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Unbelievable.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Rondo against Morris. Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely and is on a bounce to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Pass to Kennard. Porter with the steal. Gordon against Batum. Gordon the pass to McGee. Morris outside. On the wing, Gordon. Down low, here's McGee, and that'll be 2 free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Rondo against Morris. Stolen by Gordon. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
How about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Zubac is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Harrison comes in for Morris. Free throw good. Porter.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Kennard for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now here is McGee. Back to Harrison. He dishes it to McGee. And that one drops for him. And the Nuggets lead by 9. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The kick out to Porter. From the arc. Good on the triple. And now it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. George with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. The three. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Beverly dishes to Leonard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For three, Gordon. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he makes that one. Beverly's got his first basket.
And this is what Beverly likes. Playing at a high pace, making his presence felt in the open court.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Pushing the action, always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Outside Gordon. Back to Morris. Beyond the arc. Here's McGee. Gordon for three. And again, Denver no good. And here are the Clippers now. 8-point game. The three from George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And here are the Nuggets now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Morris looking over the floor. There's the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Batum. And another miss by Denver. And here is Los Angeles now. And here's George for three. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Adding a little cushion to their advantage. Nice work at the line.
This one for three. The shot, no good. So the Nuggets win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for David. And coming to you today from and the pregame with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Rivers out there with Harrison, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. Now here's McCollum. The shot by Lillard, wide open. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Rivers passes to Gordon. Back to Rivers. Jokic with it. Shoots over Nurkic. Jokic, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Good on the shot. How many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post? But that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Denver with the ball. Following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And it's good to see McCollum working on becoming a better defender, using his quick hands to wipe the ball away.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Rivers scanning the floor. Here's Harrison. Gordon kicks to Millsap. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Millsap. Looking to end the run. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Portland the other way.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And he drops it in from the low post. McCollum's got 7 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Rivers. The pass to Harrison. Dishes it to Millsap. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's McCollum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 9.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anymore.
Count it. Good.
And they are starting to pull away here as their shots continue to fall.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for them.
Oh, yeah, you can hear the sigh of relief from here. Now they've got to build on that first bucket.
Now here's Lillard. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 13. And Millsap slams it in.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Lillard. The Nuggets getting the bucket. McCollum outside. Passes it to Giles. The 9-foot shot. They get it back. They shoot again. And a lot of contact. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Jokic. And the basket by McCollum.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
And the call, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing that that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game in.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Norman Powell is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Bull, and the layup is good. Bull's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Now Powell. Kicks to Kanter. And no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And here's Porter, banked in off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Powell against Morris. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Kanter's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Pass to McGee. Back to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. McGee's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 9. Now here's Powell. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Collum comes in for Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Powell. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland leading by 9. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, here's Simons. Again, the Trailblazers score. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now the dish to McGee. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Simons. Got a piece of it. Cantor, bounce pass. Shot left block. It's hauled in by Gordon. Cantor, the pass to Simons. He kicks to McCollum. Goes back up on the wing, Jones. Outside Anthony. Back to Jones. Launches a three. Knocks down the three ball.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
41 seconds left here in the second. Gordon goes in, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 13. McGee with the block. Campazzo, Green left side. That one good for 2. Green's got his first 2 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And he comes up with the deuce. McCollum's got 15.
And he can score in a number of ways. I mean, he can burn you. He's an offensive powerhouse. Inside, outside, off the screen, off the curl, the pop back, the layup, the dunk, the three.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. A tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He ended up with 15 points. And that...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Rivers. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Here's Lillard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around. He's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Pass to Jokic. And he gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Lillard surveying the D. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Outside Gordon. Shoots over Covington. And it's Gordon missing.
Credit to Deep for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Jones with it. Picked up by Rivers. And there's the pass to Lillard. Passes it to Giles. over Harrison. And it's Giles missing. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Loads it up for Millsap. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Harrison.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard left side. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And the basket by McCollum.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Harrison kicks to Millsap. Drains it from beyond the arc. Millsap's got 5.
I don't know why they're giving him that shot. I mean, he can get it going from three-point range if you don't be careful.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Denver with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Rivers has got the ball. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. He can't get that one to fall. Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard from outside. No good on that one.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Millsap finds Jokic. Portland grabs the miss. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Covington. A three-pointer off the mark.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Jokic inside. He's guarded by Nurkic.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Giles kicks to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Millsap with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Harrison passes to Jokic. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in. Covington passes to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Anthony. All sorts of time. McCollum. The putback is no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Denver. 6-point game. The Nuggets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
A different look now for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum, and it's Powell in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Cole comes in for Paul Millsap. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaMychal Green, and Porter subbed in for Rivers. The Trailblazers have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. And that one, good.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
Here's Powell, and the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Portland leading by 6. They've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard misses.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Off target with the open look. And for Portland, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. Anthony's shot is off.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Lillard dishes to Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Morris into the lane. That one goes in.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. Free throw good from Morris. And here are the Trailblazers now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. And it's sent back by Morris. The shot's good from McGee.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Lillard outside. He gets it in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Morris passes to McGee. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard against Morris. Anthony up on top. Back to Lillard. Anthony finds Lillard. 5 to shoot. Here's Simons. Right wing. With the shot. Lillard again missing.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Lillard outside. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Shot clock at 5. And there's Lillard. That's good. And the assist from Covington. Lillard's got 11 in the second half. Here's Harrison. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. From 8. Lillard with the rebound. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They lead by 4. Kicks it out to McCollum. And that one drops for him. McCollum's got 19 points.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Harrison scanning the floor. Pass to Jokic. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. Great D that time from Nurkic. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. Portland leading by 6. Now Lillard. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're in front by 6. 1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Harry Giles. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Damian Lillard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Powell kicks to Kanter. McCollum outside. Shot on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
16 seconds left in the game. And it's Jokic missing. McCollum right side. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 1 second left in the fourth. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind.